I am a very stylish girl.
Hi, I'm Starr Stella Maris Ilshofer. You should pick me for the show because I'm a very talented fashion designer and I have a great story. I was born in Wilmington, North Carolina. At 6 months old, we moved to Corpus Christi, Texas, the sparkling city by the sea. It doesn't really sparkle, but I had a great childhood anyways. My father left us when I was 7 to join a traveling band of tightrope walkers. My mom quickly remarried and we moved to California. We moved back to Texas when I was 15. I hated Texas, but I passed the time with art, photography, philosophy, and sewing. The first thing I made was when I was 15. I made a red velvet cape. I also used to model my goods for the neighbors. They thought I was a little weird, but that's okay, I think I was. My high school also didn't like the way I dressed, and they gave my mom an ultimatum. I was either going to be suspended or I could graduate early. So I ended up graduating a year early and went off to college when I was barely 17 at the University of Washington. By the end of my freshman year, I was certain that I wanted to be a fashion designer, but unfortunately, the program wasn't offered at my university. My mom said I should come home to Texas Women's University, but I couldn't face going back to Texas. So I decided to drop out of school. But after working 2 jobs, by the end of the summer, I went back to college and graduated in 1998 with a degree in history. At that time, I still wanted to be a fashion designer. So again, I set out to do that and applied to Pratt, Parsons, and FIT. Although I got accepted to all of them, I couldn't go because the government wouldn't loan me the money since I already had a bachelor's degree. So I moved to my parents' house in Raleigh, North Carolina, where I did an awful lot of sewing, and my grandmother was a great sport about modeling the goods for me. I also did a lot of swing dancing where I met my husband David. While I was in Raleigh, I also decided to take the LSAT and ended up scoring really well, and I got a full ride to Boston University. In the fall of '99, I started law school at Boston University. It was awful. It was just like the paper chase. It was really competitive. But my competitive edge ended up taking over, and despite the fact that I spent my entire 3rd year in law school making 12 bridesmaids dresses, which I refer to as my can-can collection, I ended up graduating with honors. I decided to move to New York City to work because I still wanted to go to FIT, and I thought I would be able to take at least 1 class at night, but that didn't happen. I was working around the clock, sometimes weeks at a time. So last winter, when my firm failed to pay bonuses, I decided to move back south and was going to save some money so I could start my own line. And now I live in Charlotte, North Carolina, where I'm a corporate attorney at a big firm in town. Hey, big spender! I gotta go, bye. This is where I do the corporate deals. This is my office. When I get bored at work, though, sometimes I do shopping. Last week I got a couple pairs of shoes, some Chanel, some Prada, and then, well, I also search the internet for patterns, and I keep them in here until I take them home. It's a great place to store with these file drawers. I thought by moving to Charlotte, I would be able to save my money and get my line started once and for all. So here I am, and I think this would be a great opportunity. You should pick me for the show.
À l'heure où les étoiles tombent, il creuse la sienne, plus pâle qu'une ombre qui boit de la verveine. Il chante, mais c'est l'air de la mer qui bientôt le tourmente et lui vole sa prière. Il chante, mais c'est l'air de la mer qui bientôt le tourmente et lui vole sa prière. Depuis qu'il a vu le jour, il a trimardé sur terre et il a pas eu plus d'amour qu'un sac de pommes de terre. Il chante, mais c'est de l'eau amère qui lui coule ardente, brûlure à ses paupières. Il chante, mais c'est de l'eau amère qui lui coule ardente, brûlure à ses paupières. Ses violons pas reconnus, alors il est allé se faire voir par le monde et ses rues. Il a mangé son pain noir, on peut pas tout avoir, voilà quand on n'a rien eu. Et nul n'a répondu quand il voulait savoir, et son cœur s'est fendu, d'essuyer tant de déboires. Il est tombé des nues, il s'est même fait trottoir, puis porté disparu par des gens trop bavards. Chacun vaut son voisin, sauf quand c'est un vaurien. en pavé et breloque. Il a le scorbut à l'âme et son cœur soliloque.